Hi Basecamp and welcome to week 4. It's been almost an entire month. I can barely believe it. So this is my favorite week because now we're coming around full circle and we're going to integrate all of the things that we learned all month long. So on week 1, we covered state management. On week 2, we covered patterns of focus, stories, and metaphors. And on week 3, we found what our desires were and we articulated them into goals. What this week is going to be about taking action. Now, I know that sounds very vague and very generic. Now, I'm not referring to, the daily actions that you do on a regular basis. It's more so the actions that you need to take that are in alignment with your goals. And if you've really challenged yourself with the goals that you're setting, I know that you've never done them before and they can be pretty big and a little bit intimidating. So there is a little uncertainty that arises from that, which is why we broke down your goals into smaller little chunks of pieces that you can focus on a daily basis so that it can generate some certainty for you so you can move in that direction. But even still, as we define these goals, there are still levels of uncertainty that show up, and we have certain fears around certain things that get in the way of us taking massive action. So what I wanted to do for this week is I wanted to every single day release different exercises that we can do that can help us get over the hump and stay committed to the smaller goals that we set that will ultimately get us to the bigger goals. So Zach pointed out a couple of really important things in his videos. The first one was getting ourselves into an elevated state so that we can begin to visualize and see what our future looks like with us accomplishing these goals. The second thing was articulating them and actually defining what those things would be like. What would it feel like? How would it be? Who's there with you? And then the third thing that we covered was breaking them down into smaller chunks and pieces. And once you have the small chunks and pieces, it's only a matter of getting those things done. See, there are already things that we do with absolute confidence and we don't even think about them. So the way that we approach those things, there are specific things that we focus on. There are specific meanings that we give to them that allows us to show up in that way. And an example that I can give to you all is I love going to the gym. The way that I frame going to the gym in my mind allows me to follow up without ever doubting myself. And then there are other things that are not so crystal clear. I had a friend of mine that I was coaching and she was referring to me all these goals that she wanted to achieve for her health. And she started talking about, well, it's like when I want to go to the gym, but then I think about the traffic and then I think then some days it's raining and then I get there and it's rush hour and the gym is full and this and the other thing. And I said, yeah, if I focus on all those things, I also would not want to go to the gym. I'd rather just stay home and skip out on it. And so when you focus on those things, it generates those emotions that cause you not to want to take action in that direction. And that's just one of the examples. So that's something that we're going to cover as one of the exercises. But what I really want to make sure for today is that you go through the exercises that Zach had presented to us last week. And if you could just sit down for a day and take yourself through those elevated emotions, take yourself and envision yourself in the future and obtaining something that's really valuable to you, that means a lot to you. And then articulating what that would look like with the metrics of success that you define for yourself, and then break those down into smaller goals that you can achieve for yourself. And that may be daily goals, that may be weekly goals, but have them written down and articulated. And every single day, I'm going to release a video with exercises where you can start to not only frame it for yourself and see if it's something that you're really sensitive to, because some things will resonate with some of you more than other things, but we're all on the spectrum. And also, so for that reason, it'll also allow you to stack things on top of one another to allow you to follow through. So I challenge you for this week, as I drop all of the exercises for every single day, to find one of them that really resonates with you and actually apply it. And I would love to know what the results were, why that spoke to you specifically, and see if we have any other insights that we can share with everyone else in the group. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.